Having said everything, the Muslim of Islam concluded that Jesus died a natural death. He did not outlive the normal span of human beings and prophets. He returned back to his God. So what, with that Jesus which Ahmadiyya-2 prophesied would come, was to come metaphorically in his, as a representative of Jesus, in his spirit, in his attitude, in his approaches to the problem, and in the treatment which will be meted out to him by his own people. He would be very similar to Jesus Christ. And now, as I have already told you, these people are not saying that it's an unimportant thing. Whether Jesus lives or does not, it doesn't make any difference. Even the Holy Quran is proved to be wrong according to us, according to them, I mean. So it doesn't make any difference. Let Jesus die. Lest people believe in the Ghulam Ahmad to be that Jesus which is prophesied. This is the nutshell, the problem in nutshell, right?
There is a remark. I remember that I read one of the ulama from Dimashq or Palestine wrote that 40 or 50 years ago that Jesus, yes, he is there, what is the problem? But we cannot submit to them that Mirza Ghulam Ahmad, if Jesus is dead, then no one is coming. So he is not the Messiah who is coming.
This is what I'm saying.
So they are ready to...
First of all, this is the two-pronged answer they gave. First of all, they say, let Jesus die, it is not an important article of our faith. This is what they say. And if he is dead, what then? Mirza Ghulam Ahmad of Qadian could not be the one Muhammad spoke about. Because they say if he is dead, then all the traditions are false. That is their problem. They do away not only with the Quranic statement, but with all the traditions speaking of Jesus' descent from heaven. No, don't say from heaven, there is descent in the world. So this is the, this is the heinous crime they commit for the sake of avoiding accepting the Muhammad Rasulullah. First, they have to misinterpret, according to their own understanding, they have to misinterpret Quran now. If our interpretation was wrong and they were right, then now they are ready, without changing their mind, without agreeing with Ahmadiyya logic, they are ready to misinterpret Quran lest they should, the attention should be drawn to Masih Maud Islam. He's dead, and then you say, all right, if he's dead, then how do you interpret these traditions? We speak of a coming of Jesus. We say, obviously then it means that it is a metaphorical Jesus. Someone is mentioned who would come in his character, in his spirit, in his this and that. And they said, no, you forget about it. If we can do this to Quran, why should we be able to do it to the Hadith? We'll go one step further. About the Quran we say our interpretations are wrong, all right, leave it as such. About the Hadith we say all such Hadiths are man-made, were concocted after Muhammad ﷺ, and none is true. So whatever your ulama have been doing for the last 1400 years.
Yes.
Now there is one other thing which I want to further elaborate. I said they cannot now change their attitude to this without renouncing the Quran. Why I said it? Because at the time of Hazrat Masih Maud these ulama, all their fathers and elders unitedly drew the attention of Masih Maud to the verse وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ وَلَكِنْ شُبِّهَ لَهُمْ وَإِنَّ الَّذِينَ اخْتَلَفُوا فِيهِ لَفِي شَكٍّ مِّنْهُ مَا لَهُمْ إِلَّا اتِّبَاعَ الظَّنِّ
ما لهم به من علم إلا اتباع
ما لهم به من علم إلا اتباع الظن وما قتلوه يقينا. They recited it with loud voices and said this positively shows that Jesus was not even initially attempted to be crucified. They said there is no other meaning but this. Remember this because I am coming back to it. Then they read on and said, immediately after this there is a verse, وَإِن مِّنْ أَهْلِ الْكِتَابِ إِلَّا لَيُؤْمِنُنَّ بِهِ قَبْلَ مَوْتِهِ. Are you here?
Yes.
They interpreted it and they all told Masih Maud to be false when he offered other explanations. They said it simply means that Qabla Mawtihi means before the death of Jesus Christ. So the Holy Quran is very clear and specific that all the people of the book would believe in him before he dies. And he said, we know that all the people have not yet started believing in him. So how could the Quran be wrong? So he cannot die until entirely all the people of the book believe in him. Now, these are the two arguments from the Quran which they gave. And they told Masih Maud that you are wrong. My question is, what has happened to these verses? Why don't you have the honesty to tell the whole people, the whole world, that we transgressed against justice? We were liars. We misled the Ummah when we said that Masih Maud's interpretation was wrong. Admitted that he was right, the one man was right, we were all wrong. When you do that, then you have to admit that the one man who you think is an impostor, he is the only one who knows the meaning of the Quran. And all those who accuse him of being an impostor, they're all false. They don't know what Quran is. So these are the implications. They cannot avoid them. And then will come another implication. Complication of the issue implied in this. And that is, they say, the Holy Quran says, وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ. They say, according to the Arabic, we know, when it is said that وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ, the person cannot even attempt to be crucified. United opinion of all the non-Ahmadi ulama was this. Arabic language has not changed. The grammar remains the same. The dictionaries are the same. Now, when you say that he was not crucified means he never was even attempted to be crucified. Now, if you have said tawbah to the previous view, now tell us what the new view is. If he was not crucified, who was the man who was crucified? Where did Jesus disappear? If he didn't go to heaven, where he disappeared, what happened to him? The end of such a prophet has become so obscure, and you think the Holy Quran doesn't speak anything about it? And what about the second verse? If he is still alive, only then this verse is right, according to you, that all Ahl Kitab would have believed in him. So they have not believed in him, and according to you, he must continue to live if the Quran is right. So now to prove yourself to be right in rejecting Masih Maud, you are daring to practically declare that the Quran was wrong. You understand the point? It's a very, very, very serious crime they are committing. It's not just, okay, doesn't make any difference.